It says he became sin who knew no sin, that we might become the righteousness of God. See, what God is doing here, he's so smart. He's doing some stuff. He's switching stuff until Christ became sin. I want to dig down in there because I want you to see it. He became sin who knew no sin means he became it without doing it. He wasn't a liar, but he became a lie for me. He wasn't an adulterer, but he became adultery for me. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. He didn't commit the act, but he symbolized the act. When he came up on the cross, he stands on the cross as the epitome of every evil, nasty, wicked, dirty, treacherous thing you have ever done. Not only what you have done, but anything that you will do, and anything that the inmates did, and anything, any abuser, rapist, killer, murderer, he became sin. He had to cover everything, or the cross wouldn't mean anything. He couldn't become adultery and not become homosexuality. He couldn't become homosexuality and not become a lie. Because if he did, we could only preach the gospel to certain kinds of people. But he became, Romans 8:1, there is therefore now no condemnation. Now, I got 2 or 3 judges in here that'll back me up on this. You cannot try a man twice for the same crime. Once you've executed judgment on him, you can't come back and judge me again for the same thing, because then you wouldn't be just. Am I right? So if Christ became the picture of my sins and God judged it on Calvary, then I am free from my sins. As long as I cast them on Calvary, he cannot judge me when he already judged me 2,000 years ago. I want you to see, am I boring you? I want you to see that the serpent in the wilderness became a savior. So Christ, who was a savior on the cross, becomes a serpent. I believe that abortion is wrong. I believe it is wrong. I believe it is sin. I believe it is taking of life. I believe that. And I know that there are many, many women in this room who have had an abortion. I understand that. But that was on the cross too. It is not God's will for us to divorce and remarry and do the things that we do the way that we do them, because we break a covenant and an oath between us and God. But that was on the cross too. In this great crowd of people, there are many people who have been molested. And if the molested is here, the molester is here. As hideous as that may sound, that was on the cross too. We got teams of people that we send into prisons, and we minister to people on death row who have committed murder, because that was on the cross too. Whatever you're thinking about, whatever you did, whatever you're ashamed of, whatever you imagine, wherever you came from, whatever wakes you up in the middle of the night, Christ did not leave that sin out. It was included on the cross. Surely, 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 slap somebody and holler, surely. Surely he had borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Isaiah said, I don't understand what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it from such a distance. He said, how could he be so good and yet be smitten of God? Isaiah, you're looking from the bottom up, but God is looking from heaven down. And Christ died for us.